All right. You're back for something a bit different today. One thing you might notice that is different is we have no camera for me, which is just how we're going to try it for now. The camera that shows me plugs in via USB, and the device that shows the Raspberry Pi, which is what we are looking at right here, is the HDMI output from the Raspberry Pi is fed in through a USB capture device. And I don't think that OBS and or my computer and or both devices really like to work on USB at once. So we're going to do just the capture card because that's the only part that's really necessary. I am here. You can imagine me looking more or less the same as I did on yesterday's stream. I am going to work on some stuff that's a bit different than normal. We're not in CircuitPython land like we typically are. Instead, today I'm going to work on Raspberry Pi, and I am don't want to be able to hear myself. There we go. Okay. Instead, I'll be on Raspberry Pi. I'm trying to set up a lamp stack on the Raspberry Pi, and depending on how successful we are and how long it takes, then I might try to load some web applications inside that lamp stack and poke around a little bit. But it will depend on how long it takes and whether or not we're successful. It is my first time setting it up. I think it's a pretty popular, I guess, set of tools that people utilize for server hosting, but it is not one that I have a lot of familiarity with. I have done what I consider my fair share of server sort of administration, hosting management. None of it has been with Apache or MySQL or PHP. In spite of its popularity, it's just not something I've had that much direct experience with myself. So we're going to try it out, see how it goes. And I'm actually ready to go finally. Okay. I just have a Raspberry Pi. I loaded it up yesterday with the stock base OS, not the light one, but the regular one. And I haven't really done anything else on it besides run the interfaces thing in order to turn on SSH. So we should be able to connect via SSH as well. And its IP address, at least yesterday, was 253. Let's see if this is true still, SSH. I think I made the name Foamy Guy. Boy, do I remember what the password was. Password was... Okay, I do remember what the password is, so that's good. No WordPress. I have, somehow, surprisingly, I have managed to escape the reaches of WordPress. Yeah, it's probably a miracle by some standards. But yeah, it's not a thing that I've ever touched. I mean, I shouldn't say I've never touched it. I have like experience with it as a user, like very, very, very minor experience with it as a user, like once to publish one thing. And then access to a system that maybe is that WordPress? I'm not sure, but I don't use that system very much. So I'm not like completely 1,000% unfamiliar with it, but I've never administered it. I've had access a couple times as a user here and there, used once or twice, but never administered it, never set it up, never done anything in the back end with it. We do have SSH on that, so we should be good there. I have this loaded. Raspberry Pi, install Apache MySQL PHP LAMP server. Sounds easy enough. We are already done with L because Linux is part of our Raspberry Pi image, so +1 for us. Good job. Updating, we should be probably pretty much up to date because I'm pretty sure it updated itself as part of the Raspi config, which I ran yesterday. That one could be removed. It's installed but no longer required, so that's fine. We'll leave it there. Install Apache 2. apt install Apache 2 -y. I don't know. What is -y? Is that's like accepting the prompt or something? I don't think we need that. Sudo apt install Apache 2. Watch it turn out. -y is like the secret that makes the whole thing work. I have used Nginx in the past, and I have used Postgre instead of MySQL, and I have used Python for various parts of the backend, but never really touched PHP, nor MySQL too much, nor Apache too much. I did work with one piece of software that could run underneath Apache, I think, but I was mostly messing with that on Windows. That was more so a Windows Server application. Okay, Apache thinks it's running. Well, I mean, it thinks it's installed, I guess. That's it. It's now installed. We can go to var www html. Sure enough, we can. There is an index there, which has some stuff on it. What's the name? Why would we need that? To open that page, you need to know the Pi's IP address. We already know that. We could get by without that command, I think. That is 153. Although, what is it? Is it just running on... Well, it's 253, first of all. Is it running on port 80? Yeah, I guess probably, right? Sure is. Okay, Apache 2, Debian default page, it works. That's nice. Very good. Some tips about what you can do and some stuff. Just gonna read through this real fast. If you're a normal user, okay. User share doc Apache 2 readme gzip. We probably got to unzip that, but sounds like there's a full doc in there. That's handy. Manual. Apache 2 doc. I did not install that, but maybe it did as part of the base one, or we could install it separately potentially. Configuration layout for Apache 2 web server. Etc. Apache 2. Okay, so that's pretty familiar to Nginx. Apache 2 conf. Let's take a look at some of this stuff. cd, etc. Apache magic. What is in that? Okay, fair enough. Descriptively named, I'd say. Careful. Okay, well, go with, not entirely sure, but that's okay. It's interesting nonetheless. Apache 2 conf, we do have conf available enabled. Okay, so we have we have this kind of thing going on, same as Nginx. Enabled, they do sites enabled. Yeah, no, that's the same. Available enabled, okay, but it's, okay, we have conf and sites and mods. All three, interesting, okay. Symlink it to inside enable from inside available. Binary is called Apache 2 due to the use of environment variables. The default configuration Apache 2 needs to be started stopped with etc. init d Apache 2 or Apache 2 control. Calling Apache 2 will not work. Default configuration. Okay. How do Apache 2 control? Do we have that? Is that how you stop it? Apache 2 control. And not found. Apache D. Apache. Start, stop, restart. Apache 2 control. Stop. Not reliably determine the fully qualified domain name. That's interesting. .1.1. Set server name to globally suppress. Seems like it thought it was not running. Still have this though. How's it going, Johnny? Is it live broadcast chat for stuff you stream on this channel as well? I do have the I happen to have the Discord live broadcast open. I would say sometimes I do, sometimes I do. The truth is, unfortunately, I'm not super consistent about it, but live broadcast chat's a good place. One thing I would always say is if you are in any of the places and you are trying to get my attention and it doesn't seem like it has worked, you can certainly feel free to ping me. In Discord, typically will get my attention, or Twitch is usually at least open in the background, and I think it makes a sound, although I'm not positive. I happen to have YouTube and Twitch and Discord all open right now, but I don't always when I stream with it not on the thing there, not Twitch chat. Then you could try Twitch as well, and I do happen to have that one open as well right now. Today I got the full gamut open, but I can't say as though I do always. I would say a ping on Discord is always a good last thing to try. Like if I don't seem responsive on YouTube or Twitch, you're probably more likely to get me on Discord any given day, and a ping is more likely to do it sooner than later. Sorry that I'm not particularly organized with that. It's probably I should have a better routine, and then therefore I could have a better answer as well. But that's what we got. Yep. How's it going, Johnny? Hope you're having a nice day today. Okay, so we got some config. I wonder why it didn't stop. I mean, you would surely need to use sudo. Okay, there we are. Yeah, you need to use sudo. Okay, start and stop. Nice. Okay. Document roots. By default, Debian does not allow access through the web browser to any file apart from those located in var www. When enabled, public HTML. We have HTML, not public HTML. What else do we have inside var www? cd var www. Folks in the chat, do you all have experience with Apache before, or no? Just out of curiosity. Var www. So we have just HTML. Interesting. Okay. We could make public HTML, it seems like, or I don't know, maybe that's just the name for public HTML. When enabled, user share for web applications. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff there. Is this stuff really available? No way, right? Hold on. By default, it does not allow access to any file apart from those located in var www, public HTML directories when enabled, and user share for web applications. Your site is using a web document root located somewhere else, such as /serve. You may need to, I'll say allow list, the document root directly in, etc. Apache 2conf. The default Debian document root is var HTML, www. You could make your own virtual hosts under www. That's different to previous releases, which provides better security out of the box. Really? They made the security worse out of the box and then also told you about it on the default landing page? It's a bit of an interesting choice if I'm understanding that correctly. Is this stuff really available? Like, is this available from the server? No. I don't know what this part means. Maybe you could put your web application into there and then Apache could execute it inside here? Not sure what that means though. It seems to indicate this stuff would be somehow made available. Please use report bug, existing bugs. Okay. HP. Okay, interesting. Cool stuff. Virtual host for the win. Also ignoring pies, you should look at virtual min GPL, virtual min GPL. So that's probably part of the name. Virtual min open hosting. GPL is probably the same thing, right? Oh wow, I made a new line. Interesting. I don't know how I did that. Probably shift enter. Is this a this is a thing you run on top of Apache? Go back to the home page. Okay, it's like a dashboard. Like myadmin, but not just the database, so it looks like the whole system. Why do you insist upon scrolling me up like that? Web page, I cannot. That's actually really irksome to me. Wow. Wow. Linux BSD available, open source. 150,000. Installations worldwide. Domain account. You can manage email. You can manage domain account. Virtual servers. User and reseller. Security. Software package updates, alerts, graphs, logs, backup, cloud integration, DNS, databus, installation scripts, terminal. I like terminal. Okay, it gives you terminal in the web. Seems scary. Hopefully this thing's locked down pretty well. Monitor, server, security feature. Two-factor with a QR code. That's interesting. Linux firewall. This thing is free to use. What's under shop? What do they sell? What's their business model? Free is Apache. Oh, it works with Nginx too. Interesting. I should try that one of these days. Got MySQL or Postgre, multiple PHP, Mail, Amazon, Easy Backups, Power File Manager, two-factor, Let's Encrypt. Nice. Comprehensive CLI and HTTP. WordPress Roundcube, PHP admins, and then WHM. Not sure what that one is. Monthly, you get all of that stuff, plus you get more installable scripts. Okay, so they give you kind of like more batteries to get stuff loaded up easier, kind of easy buttons inside the interface, I'm imagining this is. You get also reseller account, some other stuff, and domains, $7.50 a month. Disk quota monitoring, interesting. Looks really neat. Yeah, I never heard of this. Thanks for the tip, Tithe. Docker means paid or manually configure. Yeah, Docker. I'm not done too much with Docker personally. The times I have attempted to use it have gone somewhat poorly, and I haven't gone back and given it a fair shot in another context. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I may eventually try to set this up. I think for now we're going to go basics, and I'll probably end up with phpMyAdmin for the database and nothing really for the server to this degree. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I'll try it out. We'll see, like, once I get the full stack set up, we'll see how long it took, and I may do it. I kind of want to do it the hard way at least once or twice, so to speak. Just so I know what I'm kind of getting into. Okay, host name. So yeah, we already found that. Install PHP, sudo apt install PHP. Sudo apt install PHP. You get quota, etc. Quota for the, you mean quota like usage or something? Or quota, is that a specific kind of, is that like a certain technology or something? Or do you just mean quota like how much you use it? And actually see if that was on here. Let's see what it says. Disk quota, okay. Might be something else you meant though. It's fine, Docker, once you get your head around mounting the folders as volumes until you need unsafe mode. Certain hardware and security issues that have networking problems. Gotcha. Yeah, I should. Docker's on my list of things to give another try to one of these days, but it doesn't tend to float very close to the top of that list. It gets new stuff kind of pushed on top of it sometimes. PHP and Apache, I would say, have been on that list as well. But more so Apache than PHP. PHP I'm kind of scared of, truthfully, using for real stuff. But I'm mostly interested in figuring out how to set it up to kind of like look for vulnerabilities in existing web applications that run on this stack with PHP and MySQL. Like old bad PHP example code, basically. I figured a Raspberry Pi is a good place to do that at because it's its own little self-contained thing that can be unplugged. It's not actually exposed onto the internet with an IP, public IP. Okay. Took it a minute to install, but it made it, and then it looks like it did presumably also install mod PHP for libapache 2. I'm guessing is the way to integrate it with Apache. You can remove index and create PHP Let's move index. I probably don't own this. Let's call it Apache.html. Yeah. Owned by root. It's probably better to have like a web user or something, right? But let's keep going, I guess, for now. Sudo move index apache.html. So that should no longer be available. Let's just make sure this works how I think, right? This should not be available here. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, directory listing is on by default. Okay. Yeah, /Apache gets us to there now. Huh, okay, yeah. Where's that? Is that a conf in the, file? I don't really use screen very much. I kind of want like a tab right now. I don't want to make a new SSH. Is that how screen works? Okay, it doesn't have screen anyway. Probably was going to use it wrong, truthfully. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just go over there. Apache. Whoops. Apache should have a user Apache or Apache 2 web or www. How do you get the list of users? I mean, by default, it made root own it. I assume it made that folder when I installed Apache. Although I'm not positive if that's the case. I didn't check for it beforehand. These are what? Usernames and then home folders and stuff. But that's fine because it's a Raspberry Pi. I'm definitely inside the Pi. Oops. In fact, why don't we run it in the visual one? Oh, we're on sleep. www data. That's the closest one I see with a quick scan. But I don't know. And it does say var www as its home, so that's probably the one. It's weird though, because it says that that stuff is owned by root. Because root owns HTML and then Apache, which is what's inside there now, although it was indexed before. Oh, right. I was gonna look at the conf. It looks like we'd be using the enabled. Is there anything in there? ls conf enabled. Charset localized security. Serve CGI bin. Root fair play. Right, LL or LS. Yeah. Guessing that's not best. Guessing www data, or we should make like web or use Apache or something. Server token. Signature. Trace method. Where do you turn off directory listing? Could reuse this step. Apache. How do I disable directory browsing? Create an htaccess file containing the following line. This is different though. This says HTTPD. Is that what I need? I think this is different. I don't have HTTPD. Here we go. Best way to do this is disable it with web server Apache 2 in the conf. So that's close, but options index index. Indexes indeed is it. Yeah, indexes follows symlinks indexes. Okay, so we can turn that off. Not sure what order, like what's the order of precedence? Like what if you set it inside of here, but also inside of one of those? Whoa. Why are those red? Some of this is quoted on that homepage. Do not add a slash at the end. What happens? Kind of want to do it. Utex. Serious. Oh, spurious spaces. Heard that as serious spaces first. I'm out. Keep alive. X. Keep alive requests. Keep alive timeout. Apache run user. Apache run user. So that implies presumably that there's an Apache user. In one of Apache confs, etc. Apache 2, some conf or deeper in the site using somewhere enabled sites or use htaccess in the folder like www.don'tindex. Super serious spaces, yeah. What do we have? Oh, okay, we got a little bit of lag because it's a Raspberry Pi. I gotta remember hostname lookups. So, I mean, we're looking for XML. Okay, finally we found it. Oh, but that says, oh, but that's root. No, that's, does not. What does that mean if it's, doesn't have it? So that's, I guess, just like top level default. Then we have user share, which does imply that you can access some stuff from there. But I did try pulling that shell file and it didn't work. Bar www. There's our indexes. I wonder how user share works. Could it have not worked because it was a .sh file? Should I try an HTML file inside user share? Do you have to restart after you change your configuration? Probably, right? Yeah. So that's what? Sudo Apache control restart. Looks like that's just going to print always unless I do what it says here. So that's fine though. Fresh. Nice. 4.3 forbidden. We don't have access to that. But we should be able to still see slash Apache HTML. Yeah. Let's see. Apache 2 is a server level, but can be overridden by the enabled. Okay. So the ones inside are like the higher specificity, so to speak, in CSS language. They take they stack on top. And further overridden by htaccess. Sounds like I need to probably learn about htaccess. Or service reload Apache 2. Who owns all this stuff? Root. So if we go sudo nano User share.html. No. Okay. Something weird's going on there. It's probably only for executing is my guess, not just serving static files. Maybe like you could put your PHP scripts there, or and that said it was inside www. Not sure, I guess. Which that's where we were at, in fact, was making index PHP inside of our www HTML nano sudo index.php. Tempted to connect SSHFS so that I can then kind of have PyCharm directly to the Pi. So I don't actually speak PHP, so what do we need? Echo the world. Question marks. Interesting. Restart Apache. Oh, that's another way to do it. Service restart. Do a service Apache 2 restart. So now the root slash should be automatically picking up index PHP, which now executes and renders hello world. Sweet. Okay. If everything's working, remove index. That's a shame. What if we rename it? Whoops. Accidentally knocked over the keyboard. Pi's keyboard. Okay, what's next? Get rid of that. We already did. Oh, how does that work though? So if it's not named index, then it will not automatically go. Do you access it by its name, I think, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. Whoops. Yep, now I have the wrong browser. Okay, 1 second. Okay, MySQL. Or MariaDB. Sudo apt install MariaDB server PHP MySQL. MariaDB server PHP MySQL. I do without the dash y. Or with the dash y. I think it does this, right? It makes it so you don't have to push the y here. I don't know, I like the idea of another confirmation before you install something. Or a switch. Xinja? Xinja? Some weird URLs in there. Gawk. MariaDB client. Looks like it's going to install the client side as well. I'll be back in just a second while this is running. Okay, I am back. Looks like we made it just in time. Except for we don't actually know, since I didn't see how long it's been stopped, but hopefully it wasn't just sitting here too long. What's next? Sudo service Apache 2 restart. Sudo service Apache 2 restart. After installing MySQL, it is recommended to run this command to secure your MySQL installation. Sounds like a pretty cool command. Let's run that. MySQL secure installation, sudo MySQL secure installation. Note, running all parts of this script is recommended for all MariaDB servers in production use. Please read each step carefully. In order to log into MariaDB to secure it, we'll need the current password for the root user. If you've just installed MariaDB and haven't set the root password yet, you should just press enter here. That is me. We will press enter. Okay, successfully used password, moving on. Setting root password or using Unix socket ensures that nobody can log into MariaDB root user without proper authorization. You already have your root account protected, so you can safely answer no. How do I already have my root account protected? In spite of the fact that I just didn't use a real password and it accepted it. That seems kind of strange. Unix socket authentication. Can safely answer no. And go with what it says here because I have nothing else to go on. Well, does my page here say any of this stuff? Okay. Maybe I should have been doing this stuff. Current root password, press enter, type Y. I already messed it up, didn't I? Oh no, that's a different question. Yeah, theirs doesn't say Unix socket. Okay. Well, that's convenient. Okay. It says type Y to set the root password. But the first question for me was Unix socket. Now it says change the root password, and yes, we do. New password. Oh, sorry, that was probably loud. Okay, new password set. By default, well. Okay, reloading, success. Okay, by default, Maria installation has an anonymous user, allowing anyone to log into the DB without having access to a user account created for them. That's intended only for testing, and to make the installation go a bit smoother, you should remove them before moving to production. Do we want to remove the anonymous users? Let's look at our thing. Type yes to remove. Normally, root should only be allowed to connect from localhost. This ensures somebody can't guess at the root password from the network. Disallow root login remotely. Yes. There's a setting for what page to serve if not given. Default is index.html. Oh, okay. Nice. Probably in the comp file or somewhere. Disallow. So yes, we want to disallow the root login remote. By default, Maria comes with database name test that anyone can access. That's also intended only for testing and should be removed before moving into production environment. Remove the test database. I mean, I'm partially tempted, I guess, to leave that there and look at it, because I mean, it's the first time I've ever set this up before, but maybe we'll make a new test one as part of our project at some point, but it might have been nice to be able to see an existing one. Maybe you could rerun it and then choose different steps. I'm not sure. Let's try, we'll just go with it. Let's go with yes. Remove that test database. Get it out of here. Delete it. Moved. Dropped. And dropped. Reloading the privilege tables ensures that all changes will take effect immediately. Reload the privilege tables. Yes. Although it... Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it said it did it up there, but it didn't actually. Success. All done. If you've completed all the above steps, your MariaDB should now be secure. Thanks for using MariaDB. Thanks for securing MariaDB. If you experience any error, log into phpMyAdmin. You might need to create a new user. Any error, I think this means like if you experience any error while logging into phpMyAdmin, like while attempting to log into, you might need to create a new user to log in. Those commands will create a new user with name, admin, and password your password. The commands are sudo mysql user root -- password. Create user admin. So you would put your whatever name you want there at localhost identified by whatever password you want there. Grant all privileges on *** to admin at localhost. Flush privileges exit. If we needed to create a user manually, that's how we do it. Which we may need to do. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. phpMyAdmin's free software tool written in PHP intended to handle administration of MySQL. To install it, run this command sudo apt install phpMyAdmin. Has a lot of things. phpMyAdmin installation program will ask you a few questions. We'll use dbconfig common. Select Apache 2, press enter, configuring, OK. Configure database for phpMyAdmin with dbconfig common, yes. Type your password, press OK. Enable phpMySQLi extension? What does that do? What does that mean? Can I enable that? How do I enable that? What is it? What is my squealy manual? Approved extension. It's not really the kind of what is it I'm looking for. Say an extension PHP. It's is it an ORM layer? Maybe it's an ORM layer. Or just like helper? Some capacity? MySQL connect query. Oh, I mean, it's not ORM because that's just straight up SQL. Oh, okay, it's a helper. Looks like, seems like it's some kind of helper. Where are we at here? Apache, yes. Web server. Hopefully enter was select the one that's highlighted. I don't know. Didn't really give instructions. I mean, that seems reasonable. There's this, oh wait, that's from before, yeah, okay. Whoops. checked in on that sooner. That thing was probably waiting on me for a while, I guess. jQuery mouse wheel. Why is that a Linux package that installed a thing called jQuery mouse wheel? PHPMyAdmin must have database installed and configured before it can be used. That can optionally handled with dbconfig common. If you are an advanced database administrator and know that you want to perform this manually, or if it has already been installed and configured, you should refuse this option. Details on what should be done should most likely be provided in user share doc phpMyAdmin. Otherwise, you should probably choose this option. Configure with dbcommon, and I believe it said yes, right? I'm certainly not an advanced database admin for MySQL. Let's say we're getting there with Postgre. I've learned a lot about Postgre this week in particular. Sudo apt install, we already did this. dbconfig common, yes. Please provide password for that to register with the database. If left blank, a random password will be generated. This is different from the password we set for the root user, I think. I put a different one and it worked, so that's a good sign. Type your password, press OK, enable the MySQL extension, and restart Apache sudo. Did we install that, or guess that already got installed, maybe? phpen mod MySQL. phpen mod. Whoops. Okay, that was fast. Service Apache 2 restart, sudo. I want probably an alias for that. Go to IP phpMyAdmin. I don't know if I put that right. I'm not sure. I think I probably put that right. phpMyAdmin. Maybe I did. You'll probably see not found. Touché. If that's the case, you'll have to move phpMyAdmin folder to var www.html. Run the command. Sudo ln, so we're making a soft link from user share phpMyAdmin. See, that's interesting. That's in that user share, which that one conf file I thought said was enabled, but still not quite clear on that. So that's making a soft link from user share phpMyAdmin over to var www.html, which of course does not currently have phpMyAdmin. Sudo ln-s user share phpMyAdmin. Do we want the folder? Yeah, it looks like it. phpMyAdmin space var www.html php. I always want to do pyp for some reason. phpMyAdmin. Get a little too excited for the Y in my. Var www.html phpMyAdmin. Okay, do we need a restart after that? ls. Got that stuff. Reload. Sweet. Okay. Plugin page. Enter your defined username. should be username equals root, and the one you defined during installation. The root user for the database, or probably the PHP myadmin one. Root. Access denied. Root. Nope, that one actually does want the password for the database. So what is that other password? Got too many passwords here. Press the go button. We already logged in. That's it. Your Raspberry Pi is now prepared with a LAMP server, Apache, MySQL, PHP. We decided to include PHP myadmin. Thanks for that. The installation for an easier database. Optional step, but recommended. To manage your pages, you should change the permissions of our www.html. What's LSLH? Total? Must be total, right? I'm used to doing LA. Well, truthfully, I'm used to doing AL, but no, it always says total. Oh, but total is... I don't know. chown pi www data. So I think I don't actually have pi. Not positive though. chown, they're saying pi www data. We did see that. So we're saying username and then group is wdata var htmlw chmod 770 on html lslh. That you should see pi or whatever username and then www data. Okay, whoa. So they do ultimately say make it to your user slash user and then www data. HTML sudo chown var www HTML. I would need -r. My user's not pi. It's foamy guy on this one. www data. Put this backwards. Sudo chmod is also a -r 770. Okay, now that is owned by Foamy Guy with www data group. Oh, that's linkable. That's interesting. Interesting. Does this stuff still work? Yeah. So here we could create a new database. Do whatever we want inside the database. I don't know how to use myadmin, so I don't really know how to do much with it, but we made it. Yeah, I think let's give it a quick try. I probably won't go for too much longer, but I'll give it a quick try. One of the apps I want to try running. So that is like... Where's the book one? The book one I have already played with. So if I could get that running... I don't know if that's the same thing. It's not... Mean stack. No, that's different. Mean stack with Angular. No, yeah, that's an entirely different thing. Oh, okay, PHP. Bookstore, PHP. Why does it call that PHP? It's not, it's Node.js? Am I missing something? PHP 5.3 MySQL, ability to write htaccess for mod rewrite. Upload college notes gallery to directory. Import MySQL DB into your database. Configure connection between your database and server. We could try that one. Oh, is this what I was looking for? This, I think, is what I was looking for. I don't know why that other one is under PHP. These are, I'm pretty sure this is the one. Yeah. This is the one I've used before. Okay, yeah, let's do this one. See what we can do there. Simple online, yada yada. To change. Okay, so do what now? To bootstrap SQL, put in the folder database. The database contains many tables. So those instructions on the last one actually were kind of nice. I wonder how much those carry over. To change the localhost username password, change it only one time. Functions, database, PHP, DB Connect, simple and fast. Setup base is localhost root www project. To connect to admin, click the name admin, login at bottom. Two main things not fully implemented. It's web-based, graphical, user control, books, students, installation. Download it, unzip it, copy and paste it to www or htdocs. Open the browser and go to that database, create new database, www project, import www project from the downloads folder. That's the login. And it's on GitHub. This is the download. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go to my home, downloads, wget. That had all kinds of weird stuff copied. I have no idea. Oh, it's the highlighted stuff. Move, master. It's going to be the online bookstore v1. Online PHP online bookstore v1.zip. How do you unzip it? Unzip. Okay. Okay, so this is all the stuff we want to copy in. Copy paste inside www folder. Can we just make our subdirectories as easy as just making folders? Like if I copy this, Who owns that, first of all? Oh my guy. Do we want to change it to www after we move it, I guess? So if I go copy online, do I need -r? Online, www, html, bookstore. If I just make bookstore like this, does that mean I'll have /bookstore in the browser? So they actually did the full name. Nice. Okay. Create a new database, www project. Doesn't seem like the best name to use for like a specific project, but that's fine. I mean, I guess we probably want default. There's a lot of choices there, so gonna just hope for the best on default. www project. Which again, I don't think seems like the best choice of a name for a database for a specific project, but import that. That's in the database folder, which was downloaded, which is currently has one copy inside of downloads and one copy inside of www. I never did change. I should go back and ch own and probably mod as well. Inside there we have readme.text. That's a nice touch. I like that. Double text. I mean, we have to read it, I think, right? You can't just not read it when it's text, right? It's the same stuff that's on the page. All right. Well. Okay. There is www.project.sql. So it says create and then import. Create and then import. I did not actually download it on my computer. I downloaded it on the Pi. Which, like, I guess we could be doing this in the Pi browser, but that seems a bit much. Although if you were like actually gonna use this as a server, restricting phpMyAdmin to only working localhost from the Pi to itself would probably be a good idea. So that has no tables. We want to import. And my guess is that's looking for browse, and I don't actually have it because I downloaded it on the Pi itself. $15K. Defaults, hopefully. Go. Fingers crossed. It has been successful. 29 queries. Empty set. Empty set. Empty. Lots of stuff. Okay. Seems like it's successful. We got a lot of green checks. Can't connect to database. That's database configuration. We did that. Admin login details. Change the localhost username password for connecting to database. Change it once inside functions database functions PHP. Sudo chown foamy-guy ww -r. We want -r bookstore. chmod also sudo chmod 770. Do what now? It says functions database. Localhost. Root. Presumably that's password. db connect. Localhost root. www project. That's the name of the database. User. This must be password. And that would be the password we gave the actual database, not the password we gave my admin, although it's still unclear to me what that my admin password is for. And so if you were like actually going to really use this, you would also probably not want to use root, I assume, right? You should make a user for this app, like bookstore user, and then make the database under that user. But I mean, you know, going to be a lot of things that you could probably do better in this project. That's part of the point. My very not really secure password was that. Do we need to restart after we change that file? Nice. We do not. It loads. Must have been some preloaded images and stuff as well. Books page. There's an admin link down here. Default was admin, I think. Yeah. There's a sign out. There's an add new book. There's a contact. Contact, I think, is susceptible to cross-site, I want to say. Possibly SQL injection as well. So the reason I know of this example is it was a test example that some of the lessons I've done on TryHackMe had me look at some different parts of this web application. But they had it preloaded in a little container that could just spin itself up when I pressed the magic go button. So this was an exercise in like actually setting it up without the easy button. And we made it, which is actually really cool. But I don't remember exactly all of the things, all of the exact things that I tested this one against. I have, see if this works. contact form, we're going to submit some, but it's inside of a text area, probably, right? Based on the name text area. So we want to close that first, maybe, and then put our script. But I don't know where to find the contacts. Contact.php, admin, admin sign out, admin book, admin delete, admin edit, admin add, admin verify, admin sign out. Does the contact actually get saved? So we could find that out in the database. Be under admin. Columns, indexes. Name, password. Books, customers. Customer ID test. Orders, order items, publisher. ISBN. Not convinced it gets saved. Did it, okay, well, let's start with, did it even make a post request? If it did not send any requests, then it probably did not save in the database, right? Yeah. Preserve logon. They call that disable cache, but it's backwards. Yeah, I don't think it's saved. Form has no action or anything. Method. Yeah, form has nothing. Okay. Form doesn't go anywhere. Touché. What we can do, which is kind of fun, is I think we will find vulnerability for this project. But go to code online bookstore. That's too old. So this is time-based attack to be able to get data out of it. Dump the entire database, which would be fun to test, but that's not the one I'm interested in as much. Persistent cross-site scripting. So yeah, we could have maybe put a book. I think maybe partially to do with putting a book, uploading a file in admin verify. Authentication bypass. Oh, okay. See, bookstore? That would give me all the rest of the bookstores. I thought it was like online bookstore. Remembering the exact name. Those are the one I was thinking though. That doesn't come up with anything. This is a list of books. Let's add to cart. There's a post request that we sent with an ISBN and a cart. And I think purchase is not actually going to do anything. It does save my cart. See bookstore. It's so weird that it's not. These ones are definitely. The ones for this project? Well, some ones for this project, but they're not, they're not what I was thinking. What's this? This is inside of a PD. I think this has any resilience to cross-site. Can't add new publisher, you have error in syntax, check the manual. Probably that means we need some kind of escaping. Maybe it's escaped with double quotes inside the PHP code. And I used double quotes in my JavaScript, and that could have broken it, perhaps. Riley Media at end of line. Still fails. Oh, it fails even if I don't change anything though, so I don't feel so bad. Saying Riley Media? O'Reilly Media for publisher. Can we do a different one? Okay, that seems like it worked. Change. Okay. Cool. Okay, we actually changed it. Yeah, I think O'Reilly Media, there's parentheses in the publisher and that's messing it up. Probably not escaped right in the code. And then that one just never got tested or something. We did change that. So now can I put no, but it's looks like that's actually probably because of the single quotes. Ironically enough, maybe we actually do want the double quotes, which is what I tried the first time and thought it failed. Can't update, data too long. Okay, it's saved finally. Yay! We made the thing do the thing. Okay. That's theoretically bad because we have like session tokens potentially. PHP session ID, this token here is set to HTTP only false, which means it's visible to JavaScript. Which means inside of this, we could have grabbed this session ID and used it to start sending other requests back to the server, or just send it back to ourselves so that we'd have a copy of it to use. As image. I want to say the original vulnerability that I was thinking was uploading, like, I think it might let you upload a PHP file as an image, and then once you have uploaded that PHP file as an image, if you go to the right URL, it will execute it. And then inside of that PHP file, obviously, can be anything. So it says source. Let's copy. Copy the URL is really what I want. Bookstore bootstrap image doing good. What was the... So if we had saved this as a file, test something.php, and then if we had on a book updated, let's say C# in a nutshell, go to admin, we click through our cross-site window because now we have to do that each time. We go to the book, which was C# in a nutshell. Oh, I can't do that one because it's O'Reilly. Michael Olson. Let's do this one, C++. Quick reference. I think, is that the one I put? No, I did Android Studio, I think. But I don't see it there. Maybe this cuts it off or something. For this browse, we would do this, test something PHP, change, can't update. Loaded samples. I tried updating before I changed anything. What if I just change with nothing? That fails. Syntax, technical jargon. Let me go back to Android Studio. Let's get rid of our cross-site. Okay, we can definitely change something PHP. Change. Okay, we saved successfully. This page doesn't show it to us, but we can go to books, and it will be messed up here because it's not an image. But if we copy link, it says bootstrap image test something PHP. We go to that, it executes the PHP, which in our case just has echo inside of it, but it could have just as easily had reverse shell inside of it, and then we would be able to log into this Raspberry Pi through that reverse shell that we provided from this PHP file, which was the original exploit. I thought was effectively that, but I cannot find the reference to it anymore. But this does make me think that's definitely what I was thinking. Maybe we just need to try a different search engine, something like that, because this is definitely enough of a proof of concept to make me pretty sure this is the one I was thinking of. So cool. I think I'm gonna head out for now. I basically made it even further beyond what I had hoped for, so that's actually really successful, I'd say. We got our LAMP stack set up, we got phpMyAdmin set up, we imported a database, I got a project that uses the LAMP stack running, and in this case we also were able to exploit a couple of weaknesses in that project for some stored cross-site scripting, as well as some I guess remote file inclusion, like it should not trust you to upload a PHP file, and then if it does, it certainly should not execute that PHP file. So I don't know where we filed that one under, but we found one of those too, and by found really I mean confirmed, because again I already played with this one in the past. All right, yeah, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully this was something you found interesting. It's not the normal kind of thing that I stream, but if you are interested in this, feel free to let me know somewhere. This kind of stuff is caught my interest lately, so I'm doing some testing and stuff like this in the background. It was fun to kind of try to spin up this whole stack for the first time and try it out. And I intend to do it with some more. I intend to test out some more of these projects that are available on this thing. So if folks are interested in that, I may pop the stream on from time to time doing this, but we'll have to see. For now, I will bid you farewell. I will say, I hope you have a good evening and a good rest of your weekend. and I will catch you later. Like I said, I think yesterday, I'll be back at the normal times for Saturday stream next Saturday at 10 a.m. Central. Until then, I will see you later. Thanks for hanging out.